Hello there, my beautiful Facebookers, and for those who are seeing me as a repost on their other social media platforms, welcome. My name is Raquel, and I'm your spiritual rock, yourspiritualrock.com, helping you get the answers that you seek. Today for Wisdom Wednesday, I am talking about the power of living in your contradiction, which is what happens when what you are living, wanting, what you're praying for, what you're working toward, what you're believing for, what you're faithing for is not showing up. The power of a contradiction is to really give you that push and to give you clarity. So let's say that you are wanting to expand your business, but your business doesn't seem to be expanding. The contradiction is there to give you clarity. The contradiction is there to help you focus. The contradiction is there in order for you to really purify your intentions of what you want. A lot of times, we want what we want, or we have an idea of what we think that we want, and really it's not the right course of action. One of the acronyms for focus is follow one course until successful. But what happens if the course that you're following is actually not the right one or the good one, right? We've all been in those situations where we're going down the road and we figured out, man, I missed that exit like 5 minutes ago. And that's the problem with following that kind of advice. Follow one course until successful. That course may not be successful for you. So what do you do during your contradiction? Here's some points for you that I'm hoping will help you. If you're going through any anxiety or worry or any of those negative emotions or attachments regarding the contradiction in your life, the contradiction, again, is not... Hi, Barbara. Thanks for being here. Hi, Dan. So your contradiction is just there to let you know, to get clarity. And so instead of seeing it as a bad thing, as an obstacle, the fact is that crisis creates opportunity, and that everything is given to you in seed form. If you have no problems, you get no seeds. And so a lot of times people just want things to be smooth sailing, but the contradictions are also there to empower you, to help draw out the treasure, because a lot of the treasures, the most beautiful things that we have on the earth that we like diamonds, and gold, and even things like oil, they're deep in the earth, and they have to be dug deeply in before you can extract the good stuff. And a lot of times these contradictions are there as a way for you to dig deep, as a way for you to dig into yourself and draw out the treasure within you in order for it to come out. A lot of times things are not going to come out unless you're under pressure, because that's what pressure is for. That's what stress, good stress, is for, is to allow you to get into that energy, for you to extract the treasure that's already inside of you, that seed that's already inside of you. So if you're going through any anxiety or negative emotions, the first thing I would like you to do is to just calm down. Just hush now. Just hush and breathe. And so you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and you're going to release for 4. So it's just like... right? So you're breathing in, you're holding, you're releasing, right? So and that's going to put you in, to calm you down. You need to get into a calm space in order for you to be able to think, because when you are in anxiety, when you are worried, when you are frustrated, what's happening now, you're in a highly emotional state. And because you are, now your IQ drops, because all that pressure rushes to the frontal cortex, right? And so it literally drops your IQ 15 points. So if your average IQ is 100 points, now it goes down to 85. And IQ is not a measure of intelligence. It's a measure of how you process information and how quickly you process that information. And so if you have an average IQ of 100 and then you're in this, frenzy state, now you've dropped your IQ 15 points and now you're at 85, which is a slower capacity. So even if you are brilliant and you have an IQ of 120, you're still going to be in a diminished capacity. You'll go down to 105, which is still above average, but you've diminished yourself. So you need to get to that point where you're feeling that anxiety, when you're feeling that pressure. Just breathe, literally just hush, stop what you're doing, go somewhere where you can be by yourself for 2 or 3 minutes. If you're at work, go to the bathroom stall and calm your body down. So that way you can get back to accessing your brilliant mind. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to breathe, and you do that just for 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll be able to feel where you feel that adjustment in you. So when you feel that adjustment and you feel like, I feel calm now, then you go on to the next step. And the next step you want to do is that you want to kind of go on this rampage of gratitude. So start to declare, even like you can do this in the bathroom stall, you don't have to shout it out, but vocalize it. I am successful about this. I am happy about that. I am grateful about this. So start with your I am statement, because whatever follows I am is what you're going to be. And so you are declaring the truth, and you are starting to then recognize and memorialize all the good things that have happened to you, all the good things that are happening to you right now, and then a future statement, you're about being grateful about what's coming in. And so as you're doing that, why are you vocalizing it? Why are you saying it? Because when you are in a grateful state, it really just realigns you to that spirit and that frequency and that force of joy. And that force of joy is the ultimate creative space. So in order for you to come up with solutions, right? Because we get paid for the solutions that we bring to the table. So if you want to get paid more, bring more solutions to the table, you need to know how to monetize that. And a lot of times we have the answers within us, but we can't see them because we're in a frenzied state. So first, you need to hush yourself down. Then you need to get yourself into a state of real joy. And you'll know, because you will feel it. Your body will catch up to it. So your body will let you know when you feel good. And you know when you feel good. You know when you're like, yeah, I got it. Yes, I got this. So when you get to that point of, yeah, I got this, it's going to be all right. I may not have the answer right now, but I know the answer will show up. How is going to show up? You just stay flexible and open. So you first hush, then you go into this rampage of gratitude with your I am statements, like I am grateful that I'm healthy. I am grateful that I've got this. I am grateful. Hi, Anna. How are you? I am grateful that I have, family and friends who love me, who support me. I am grateful that I have a brilliant mind. I am grateful that I know what my talents are. Yes, I am grateful. I am grateful that I get to bless other people with my talents. I get to do that. I get to bless other people with my focus. I get to bless other people with my love. I get to bless other people with my attention. I get to bless people with the work of my hands. I am blessed coming in. I am blessed coming out. And before you know it, you just start remembering all these things of who you really are. And then it starts to shift you. And when you feel that shift, then you go to the next step and the last step, which is really to just let it go. Like, this is what's pressuring me right now. I acknowledge it, but I know it's not going to get the best of me. I know that the answer will show up under grace in perfect ways. And how it's going to show up, I'm just going to let it unfold. I choose to be ready for it. I choose to be ready for it. This is why we have to be content in every moment. This is why faith is now. Now faith is. All you have is now. That's all you got. Yesterday is gone. You can't do anything about it. Tomorrow, you don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. You need to focus on the now, because now faith is that it's all you have. So if you can learn to be content in the now, then you are walking in extreme power. That's why you need to go and hush. That's why you need to go and be in gratitude. And then you just have to let it go and choose. What can you be happy about right now? What is going well right now? What are you happy about right now? What are you grateful about right now? What past victories can you rehearse and be grateful that you came through right now? How can you be content? How can you be satisfied in this moment? And when you get to that point of satisfaction, you will see what you did not see before. It will come to you. But it always comes the way things come is that there's intense pressure, and then you back off. So you do a lot of intense work and you back off. And that's why when you'll get these aha inspirational moments in weird places, you'll be, jogging, you'll be exercising, you'll be going to the bathroom to not meditate, but to use the bathroom. You'll be taking a shower, and then you're like, ooh, because it's in those spaces when you've kind of let go and not really thinking about it, then the answer bubbles up, the ideas come up, the suggestions come up. So you need to learn how to just be content in the moment, because in the moment is all you have, and you get to control that. You get to control your own state. You can't control what other people do. You can't control their choices. You can influence them, absolutely. But at the end of the day, they have a choice to make, and that's their choice to make. And you have a choice to make too. You do not have to stay in the state of a pity party. You do not have to stay in the state, woe is me. You don't have to stay in a state where you start getting into depression or anything like that. Do not give that your power. Do not give them your power. It's your power. Why are you giving it away to something that's negative, to some negative dark force? That's an energy vampire trying to suck your joy out of you, trying to suck your focus, trying to stop you. Because when you are not in a joyful, grateful place, you are not bringing your best to the table, you are not bringing your A game, it doesn't mean that, you won't be functional, and that good things still won't happen. I was just talking to Pastor Dave Martin, and he wasn't feeling good when he was in town, and he was like, I was operating at 50%, I was like, your messages came through, clearly, and they were awesome, actually. And he just felt like he wasn't his best, right? But because he's anointed to do what he's called to do, and he pressed through, his gifting still impacted everybody in the room. And so you can be in a space where you don't feel good mentally or emotionally, and push through and just do the best that you can. But when you can, when you can take the moments to give yourself some rest, to give yourself some grace, to give yourself some peace, do it. Because the more you are content, you are satisfied with the right now, the more things will open up to you. And why they're open up to you, it's not like they're not open up to you now. They are, but you can't see them. We can only go as far as we can see. We can only move in the direction of the strongest pull of our belief and our strongest emotional state as well. And so if you are believing something, if this is what you want and your brain is working on it, and you are in a high, that's what it says, high vibration, right? When you are in this high vibrational state, then you're being pulled, because like begets like. Because the answer you seek is also seeking you. You are the answer that other people are seeking, but it's also vice versa. And so somebody else will have the answer that you seek, whether it's through a Facebook Live or a YouTube video, a coach, a friend, a program, anything. It comes in all kinds of different ways. A commercial, a song. The answer that you seek is there, but you need to position yourself. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I want to do these things, but I'm not ready yet. And it gives you anxiety, like, I'm not ready yet. It's okay. You don't have to be ready yet, but you can be ready to be ready. Can you back off from that big thing that you want, that you feel like, yes, this is where I'm supposed to be going, but I'm having anxiety? You're not ready yet, because you're not aligned internally. You're not aligned in your thoughts and your feelings yet. So that's okay. So that's why you do this exercise. When you're feeling the anxiety, admit where you are and say, I'm not ready for that yet, but I am ready. I'm getting ready right now to be ready. And how do you get ready to be ready? By doing this exercise, by hushing yourself, by bringing yourself some peace, by going into some gratitude, and then speaking to that thing, saying, and being honest. Because sometimes we're not honest with ourselves, and we think we have to, I'm working toward this thing. I know that this is where I'm being led. I know that this is my calling. And you have all this anxiety and this pit, even up here in your chest. And, you can feel it tight in your chest, or you can feel something in your stomach. You're like, I know I'm not ready, but I feel the pull. Oh, that's okay. But you can get ready to get ready. So get ready to get ready by just backing off a little bit, giving yourself a break, giving yourself some peace, going into some gratitude and saying, I don't know maybe you don't know what your next step is, and just vocalizing that truth within the truth. You don't want to stay there, right? So the fact might be that you don't know what your next step is, but the truth is that the next step will show itself. And so you can speak, facts and truths are not always the same. The truth is the truth no matter what anybody says, whether they believe it or not. That's unchangeable. It's indisputable. The facts can change. And the fact may be that you don't know what the next step is. That's okay. You can admit it. I don't know what the next step is. But what I do know is this truth. I am going into the next step. I am going to do the next thing. I know that the next thing that I have to do will reveal itself. And when it does, I will recognize it. Speak what you want, because you're a creative being. And that's what, this is the last thing I'm going to share with you, is that, all humans are made in the image and likeness of God. And so we're made to act and function like Him. And the way He creates, people are like, thoughts create things. Yes and no. Because thoughts take mental real estate. And eventually, yes, they do create. And there is a frequency in it. Because your thoughts create after holding them. You have to hold them for 6 seconds, at least 6 seconds. And about the 6-second mark, your brain starts to secrete the chemical signature aligned with that thought. So you're having this mental real estate, you're having this energy being released in the form of thoughts, and then your body starts to try to align you as a good machine and release the chemical signatures that matches that thought, bringing another thought, and it starts to flood you. Again, your brain is a big drug dealer. It's going to give you drugs according to your thoughts, and your thoughts are going to then lead you and influence you to take some actions, and the actions are going to eventually create your destiny, because you have to move, you got to do something. But the way we actually create is God's way. It's the way He created. That's the way we're supposed to create, is that we say, we see, and we feel. So God said, He saw, and He called it good. Good is a feeling. And so you need to speak what you want and not what you don't want. If you keep on talking about what you don't want, you're going to get more of the same, because your brain is going to allow you to see what you're saying, and it'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so it would lead you to only see those things that you say that you want. Every time this happens, this happens. Every time this happens, this happens. No. Why does that have to be that was your history? Create a new paradigm shift for yourself. Create by your speaking. That's why the gratitude push is really powerful, because you're acknowledging what was, you're acknowledging what is, and you're acknowledging what will be, and you're grateful for it. And then, you're seeing it. Seeing is believing. So when you're doing this gratitude, right, you start getting into this joyous space, and then you get to see, like, this problem, it's a problem, but I've been through things before. I've come out of things before. This is no different. It might look different. It might feel a little different, but if you just bring it down to the bare bones, it's an obstacle that you've maybe never faced before, but you've faced other obstacles before that you never faced before, and you still came out victorious. This is no different. It's no different. And that's what you can say. And that's when you start seeing it, because you start remembering through that gratitude push that, yeah, I've been through things before. This ain't no different. I'm going to be, just like I was victorious before, I will be victorious in this too. I am victorious. That is who this is who I choose to be. I choose to be that. You have to behave. Be to have. How are you behaving? Right? If you split the word up, behave. Be to have. Are you behaving in a way that is in line with what you say you want? Who you say you want to be? Your outcome. Are you behaving as though your outcome is assured? And if not, then you need to surround yourself with people who can help you. You know, get a coach, get into a membership, go, make a mastermind with some like-minded friends where iron sharpens iron. They need you and you need them. And then you're going to feel it. That's why the gratitude is so important, because it puts you in that, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. I've done it before. I can do it again. So, be to have. Go behave. Now hearing it. What was that guy? Oh, I see him. Myers. Behave. Behave. So go behave. Go behave in a way that your future self is just like, that's my girl. That your future self is just like, that's my man. Yes, yes, I remember when. That your future self is already proud of you. You know how you can be proud of yourself? Be proud of yourself. Your future self is proud of you. Like, I remember when I went through that obstacle, but I got a word in due season. And it was exactly what I needed to hear. And I shifted myself out. And then this was the outcome of that. I hope that this has helped you. If you would like to know more, be in a company of people where you get this kind of training and subliminals and all kinds of stuff. We're going to have a coaching Zoom call on Sunday. I'll give you more information to be part of our Be Limitless membership. It is only $1 to check it out after a few days, and after that it's $14.99 a month. Well worth it, because you get free coaching and free tools from me every single week. Hope you're having a really great day. I hope this was impactful for you. I hope that this has helped give you some aha moments. Please remember to like, comment, and share. And I will talk to you again tomorrow for Transformation Thursday. Have a great rest of your day. Love you. Bye now.